Welcome back to Denver, Colorado for Game 3 on the Denver Cup for the Team Wyoming 18U Single A crew. Taking on Core Skills Black tonight. Off the draw, Core Skills drops back to their D. And we'll pressure him in the zone. Gilbert knocks it loose. It'll roll back out to neutral ice. Picked up by Wickard. Core Skills in, shot, lining and saves. Core Skills pass picked off. Gilbert knocks it out of the zone. They'll chase him back into the boards. Lots are trying to dig it out against the glass. Core Skills got 3 guys in there, and they will come out at the point. Across the top of the zone, lost the handle. Poked ahead by Sherman. Back out of the zone. And Kimbley will send it deep. We'll get new legs coming on for Wyoming. Tays and Hippen back on D. Lots are still battling behind the net. Lots are working towards the corner. He'll chip it back through the feet, come back to the near side. Try to send it out front, backside of the goalie pads. Lots are still working in the corner. Gilbert into help. Core Skills will get it over the blue line. Pass ahead, tipped up by Tays, but Core Skills will find it. Shot, and that's far post. Just over a minute in, and Core Skills scores first. Martin Sherrington and out front with Wynn. Core Skills back to the far boards. Mishandled there, and Wynn knocks it loose. Wynn's still working on him. Pulled his stick away. Puck comes to the near side. Core Skills picks it up at the point. Pass up towards the middle. Played out of the way by Leinen. Dug out and kicked out of the zone by Hippen. Throw it back towards Tays in the zone, and he'll lift it clear again. That'll bounce deep. Wide of the net. Goalie will come out and play it out front. Hippen chasing into the corner. Kicks it back for Wynn. Wynn trying to work out of traffic. Bounces behind the net. Core Skills back with it. Pass to the middle, broken up. They'll pick it back up the blue. Working in on the near side. Pushed wide. Bowman shoved him out beyond the net. Core Skills pass to the near circle. Shot. That's in the corner. Berriger takes the draw. Koloski and Marty in the wings. Koloski digs it out of traffic. Backhand tries to go across. Broken up. Koloski will chase it down behind the net. Core Skills back out the far side. Knocked loose by Berriger. And Marty will pick it up in the neutral zone, trying to go back to Berriger center ice. Kicked off a skate. Bowman will send it up the boards. Fired the length, and that should be an icing. We'll go back down to the Core Skills end. Near dot face off for Berriger. Picked up by Marty, kick back to D, and Wickard will hold it in the zone. Nobody on the far side but Core Skills, and they'll come back out with it. Shot, kick save, and very late whistle for offsides. Face off near dot. Berriger back to the draw. Kicks it back to Core Skills D, and they'll come in far side. Shot from the point line, and with a glove, and they'll cover it up.
Other end boys. Will they have another game?
They'll play tomorrow. I think it's at 9:30. Shot from the top, line in with a blocker. Down into the corner. Loose puck banging through traffic. Knocked out by Berger. Four Skills knocked back into the corner, and Koloski will lift it over the blue line. Four Skills right back in near point. Shot wide through the crease. He'll get back out to the far side just at the line, but doesn't make it out. No, they will call it offside. This clock guy has no idea what he does not start and stop the clock. Off the draw, poked forward, and bounces in the near boards. Core Skills misses it. Lotsu picks it up and poked loose. Back to Core Springs near boards, and they'll come in from the point. Look, shot, far post. .11:20 left in the first. Core Skills up 3. Lotzer back to the center dot. He'll knock it ahead, picked up by the D. Lotzer chasing, he'll send it up the boards. Taze stops it. Core Skills gets it right back, and they're in again. Through traffic, backdoor. Line in with a save. Core Skills back with possession again. They'll try the near side, up top. Shot through traffic, line it and kick save, and we'll bounce it clear. Come back up to the blue line. Hippett will pick it up in the corner and send it ahead to Gilbert. Gilbert working out. Gets through a guy down to the corner and knocked off. Four Skills back around the net and up the far boards. Up in the middle. And at the near point. Move and a shot, line in with a save. Bounces to the far boards and poked out of the zone. Kimbley up to Gilbert. Gilbert working in. He'll fire one just high. Bounces behind the net. Core Skills will send it back around. Core Skills near side out to the neutral zone. Met there by Martin. They'll get it over the blue line and it rolls into the corner. Core Skills picks it up behind the net. They'll come out far corner. Back to the point. Missed pass trickles out to the neutral zone. Send it across near side and dump it deep. Rolls far side, you into corner. Core Skills comes out with it. They'll work behind the net. Martin there. Core Skills still holding possession, working around the zone. Near point. They'll work down to the circle. Pass through the middle, broken up. Who got a stick on it? Bouncing shot, knocked down by by Leinenen. Picked off pass at the point again, and we're still in the zone. Core Skills from the near corner. Back to the point. Send it down the board. Bowman trying to work on him. Pushed around. Martin chasing through. Zhu knocks it loose. Get it back near side, looking for a wraparound. Back to the point. Down to the corner. They'll work in. Pass backdoor. Shot. Line in with another save. And he'll knock that one down too. Core Skills back to the point. Shot blocked by Martin. Got a stick in front of it as they pulled the trigger. But they'll hang on to the zone. Back through the middle. Shot. Drop corner.
Come on, body up, Will! Come on, Dave. I was showing Laura the order.
Yeah.
She goes, it looks the same. I said, yeah.
Yeah. Berger back to the face-off. Picked up by Core Skills. Knocked around at the blue line, gets into the zone. They'll get it back and pushed into the corner. Rickert working on them down low. Berger up the boards. They'll pick it off at the point. Tip pass. Goes wide. Sherman into the far corner. Trying to poke it ahead. Core Skills still has the possession. Pass across the top of the crease missed. Comes to the boards, and Koloski will chip glass and up. That gets loose. Marty chasing into the zone. And of course, Skills gets it back. Out to the blue. Berger there to knock it loose, send it forward, but it stays in the neutral zone. Here comes Core Skills again, offsides. Lots are back out with Gilbert and Kimbley. Core Skills out to the neutral zone. Pass across near side. Coming into the zone with speed, knocked away by Wickert. Chase it back into the corner. Wickert knocks it loose again. Lots are there, banging it down low. Sherman far side, chase him into the corner. They'll pass it back up to the point. And pushed around to the near boards. Kimbley banging him into the corner there. Wickert got a little rolled around. Core Skills coming out back top. Broken up, shot, lining in with a save. And Wyoming works up the far boards. Will carry it across the blue into the zone, through a couple feet. Kimbley, pass to the middle. Lots are there. Took a swipe at the puck in midair, but couldn't connect. Core Skills bounces off a stick and back out of the zone. Hippen will send it forward. Core Skills picks it up in their own D zone. Lotzer chasing with the far boards. Stop to the blue line, out to neutral ice. We'll knock it back in. Core Skills will try this side. Head to the center line. And they'll come right up the middle, lost the handle. Poked away by Hippen. Win far side, knocking it forward in front of Gilbert. Gilbert's got a little bit of space. Trying to battle it through. Core Skills into the corner. And they'll hang on to it. Back up, out, and they're calling it tip. That should have been ice, but they're calling it a tip. Hayes will go get it behind the net around to Charrington. Charrington bounces weird off the boards, and Core Skills comes back up with it in the middle. Pushed around by Martin. Pass in the middle, broken up. They'll pick it up near boards. To the point. Knocked loose and ahead, but still hold the zone. Charrington and Hippen in there. Knocked loose right in front, point blank, and lining in with a couple of saves. They'll call that one icing.
Yeah, how's that work?
If it's tipped in the zone, then I don't know. I don't think it was off us. Marty and Koloski on the wing with Martin at center this time. Koloski knocks it out of the zone. Pass back ahead. Core Skills to pick it back up. And they'll come in near point. Shot, line in with the glove.
It was right behind him.
Bowman and Zhu back on D. Berger will take the draw. Back to Bowman, he'll send it around far side. Core Skills dumps back into the corner. Bowman there, and he gets picked off. Core Skills comes around the near side of our net. Koloski chasing him back to the point. They'll dump it back down into the corner and try the other side. Pass through the crease. Zhu knocked him off before they could get a shot off. And that one, weak shot through the middle, picked up. Berger knocks it out of the zone. They'll have to clear. Puck comes back to Koloski. He'll work to the near boards. Shovels it ahead into the zone. And he'll chase it down into the corner. Berger sends it around. Koloski into the corner, knocks him off the puck. Marty fire one just a little wide. Back to Bowman in the neutral zone, and he'll send it across deep. He'll tag up, and Core Skills, weak pass there. Koloski got a little body on him. Picked off, but they'll get it back in the neutral zone. That one's off the back of Bowman. Core Skills picks it up off their bench. Lots are chasing through the neutral zone. They'll come across to the near side. Shot wide. Kicks out across the blue line back to neutral ice. And lazy pass picked off by Lotzer. He'll work in. Backhander and covered up. Face off down in the near dot of the core skill zone. And they'll win the draw and circle around behind the net to the far boards. Chipped up the boards, back, picked up by Sherman in the neutral zone. He'll shake a guy and feed it back out to neutral ice. Core skills tag it up, and they'll pick it back up top of the zone and work to the near side. Backhander, line in with a kick save. Sends it back ahead, looking for Lotzer in the corner. Bounces over a stick, and it'll roll out to the point. Core skills will chase it down in the neutral zone. Pass up to the center line, mishandled and poked loose, but they get it back to the blue. And Lotzer will chip it back ahead of Gilbert, rolling down into the corner. Core skills gets there first, they'll pick it up, take it to the near side. Knocked loose by Gilbert, but there's three of them there. They get it right back. Comes around near side. We'll pick it up at the top of the zone. Hippen shovels it back down. Back to the point. They took a little, threw it down deep, but pass ahead to wide open Core skills in the neutral zone. They'll turn the drive in. Back to the backside. Shot blockered away wide. Sherman picks it up in the corner. Pass right out front though. Wicker got a stick on it to break up the second shot. Core skills, backdoor pass missed, rolls into the corner. Look back out front. Pass to the near corner. Core skills up to the point. We'll take a look, shot from there, line it in glove. There knocks it loose and Martin gets it out of the zone. Wynn trying to work it forward. Core springs. Core skills picks it up again. Pass there, tip deep. Around the boards. Core skills will pick it up against the point. Send it back down low. Flipping far corner. They'll send it back behind the net. Tays chasing into the near corner. Feeds it up the boards, picked off. Tied up there, Martin Charrington and Tays all in working on it. Still tied up, finally comes out of the corner for Core skills. Their little backhand pass broken up and sent around to the far point, but stays in the zone. Core skills keeps it, they'll dump it deep. Pippin picks it up, far corner, and sends it around to the near side. Tays chasing in there. Back to the point, low shot sticked away by Leinonen. Wynn picks it up far side. Oh, lost the handle. Shot off a pad and tips in. Back out to the center dot. Minute. Well, I got a minute 28, but they've got 1:41 left on the game clock. Berger, Marty, and Pulaski back out. Berger wins it back. Fed ahead by Bowman. Pulaski's reaching, goes right up over him, and they're going to call that one a hand pass on Core skills. Face off in the neutral zone. Berger back to the dot. Pokes forward, Core skills comes up with it. Berger fighting him into the boards, but they'll get around. Back in again, shot, block and save. It up in the corner, circle through the top. Pass knocked a little bit off, but they'll get through. Back down to the corner. Pass to the back door, mishandled, and bounces into the near corner. Core skills circling the top of the zone again. Drop pass at the point. They'll walk into the circle, shot through traffic, bouncing around. Never doesn't quite make it through and ends up behind the net. They'll circle around the near side. Pass ahead, broken up by Berger. Pass out front. Bowman there to knock it away. Kicks into the corner. Bosky up the boards. Gets back to the point, but they'll hold the zone again. Four Skills bouncing forwards deep. They'll pick it up behind the net. Jew there to chase him into the far corner. They'll tie him up. Puck rolls back behind the net. They'll pick it back up there. Shot, Leinen with a save. Loose puck kicks back. Another shot. That one's high off of Beauregard. And Koloski will send it deep. Chase. Blew a tire. Marty back into the corner for it. And Four Skills will get it back. That's the end of the period.
Good job.
End of the period. 5-0 Four Skills. They won't. It's a minute break and they go again.
There's a what?
Just a minute break between periods. Watson at the dot to open the second. Kimbley and Gilbert on the wings. Sherman back on the boards. Four Skills in 3 wide. Splits the D. Leinen with a poke to save it. Rebound goes. Splits the D. Leinen with a poke to save it. Rebound goes. Kept it in the zone. That'll trickle over the blue line, and Four Skills will regroup. Back in at the center. Hayes with a poke, keeps the shot off. Martin knocked down the next shot. That one's weak on net and covered up by Leinen. Takes to the side off the face-off and poke it out of the zone. And taken away by Tays at the blue line. He'll work forward in the near side. Tays driving boards all the way down to the corner. Looking for a little help in the middle. Tied up down low. Four Skills back out. He'll come in near point. Pass across the middle, broken up by Tays, and he'll fire it clear. He'll roll the length, played by the goalie out front. Wynn chasing them back into the corner. They'll send up the boards to their own blue line. Four Skills pass behind and off a skate. Will feed it ahead. Picked up by Wynn at the blue line. Got a little off balance and hit there and knocked around. And Four Skills in offsides. Had a 2-on-1 setup. Got a little too excited. And come across the blue line on the far side. Back in the Wyoming zone, working down towards the corner. Tied up there by Bowman, and he'll get it down in the corner. Bounces out front, shot off the stick and high. Core skills, work back to the point. Lost an edge, hang on to the puck. They'll pass it to the near point. Shot blocked by Zhu. A shot from the point, blocked again. Bowman took that one. Bowman with a tip to knock that one down. Loose in front. And kicks to the side of the net. Core skills, pass knocked off of Berger. And Koloski will lift the loose puck clear. Caught out of the air, and Core skills right back in near point. Koloski with a little shot there. Puck rolls deep. Berger sends it around. Pass across backdoor, shot lining in good read, and he'll knock that down. Tries to get it covered up, but they poke it loose. Back to the near point. Core skills, top of the zone, working around far side. Shot wide. Tips deep into the Core skills zone. Berger chasing him. And they'll come across far side. Poke loose by Lotzer with a steal. He'll come up with the puck, pass across in front of Berger. Berger's headed off the ice. He'll dump it deep. Rolls to the near corner. We'll get the line change finished. Lotzer, no, they got through him. Kimbley knocking towards the boards. Lotzer still trying to pick it out of that guy's feet. Will hold his own. Pass ahead, picked off. Long pass by Core skills. That'll be a miss. .07 left, second period. Core skills up 6. Lotzer to the dot. Kicks it into the corner. Core skills will pick it up there and send it around. Kimbley far side. It's just out of reach, but Wickard will send it back deep. Lotzer down behind the net. Pokes it through the corner. Core skills picks it back up. Back to Wickard again. He holds the line. Core skills across the middle of the zone. They'll try the near side. Pass ahead and up over the blue line. Pulls up. Shot, lining with a save. Thrown back to the top of the zone. They've got it back. And Linen covers that one. First one, I think, sounded like it went off maybe helmet or down by Linen's chin. He may have taken a little bit that one on the collarbone. Linen's got his head down still. Still upright. Lotzer went and got him a water bottle. I don't know.
He's not one that came with you, is he?
skating back towards the bench.
It's gonna be goal. Is their goalie gonna play for us?
I don't know what we're gonna do now.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna suit up a spare goalie to finish out the game. .33 left in the second period. Core Skills up 6-0. We're going to borrow a goalie and continue play. Look ahead. Lotzer feeds it forward. Gilbert trying to battle through. They'll get it into the zone. Kinley and Lotzer chasing into the corner. Core Skills sends it around. Good tip pass there. Broken up by Wickert at the blue line. In near side, and they won't pull the trigger. They'll come back to the point with it. Sherman, well, they'll battle through there. Shot and a save. Send a new line out. We'll go Martin with Wynn and Charrington out front. Sherman kicks it back behind the net. They'll circle around, bounce up the board's far side. Core Skills there to take it. Work back down to the corner. Wickert down in the corner. Feeds it up to the point. Core Skills right there, and they'll fire up high. Knock down. Bounce back out front. Core Skills backhand sails over the net. Thrown through the middle, nothing there. He comes out far corner. Knocked away by Wynn, but Core Skills right there to pick it back up. They'll come in the near circle. Working down the boards. Wynn knocks him off the puck. They'll get it back. Pass through, broken up. Wickert got a stick on that pass, saved the backdoor shot, and Wyoming will get over their own blue again. Wynn working in, dumps and chases. Wynn down in the near corner. Martin fires, tipped wide. Core Skills gets it back in the corner. Martin chases him around the net. Throw it up to the blue line, dumped back in by Hippen. We'll have to tag up. Core Skills pass out to neutral zone, and they'll come right up the middle. Front pass broken up, picked off. And they'll take it back away in the zone. Core Skills pass out front, knocked away. Stays into the corner. Bounces behind. Hippen there. Comes out front, shot, knocked down. Core Skills to the near side. And we'll chip it clear. Oh. Hayes sends it back ahead. Charrington gets it out of the zone. Here comes Martin and Marty in together. Martin pushed into the corner. Finds the puck. Pass back across front. Marty shot. Nothing there.
Hit it, but not quite there.
Hayes holds the line, and he'll feed it back down. And a long pass there, tipped, it'll roll deep. Around to Hayes on the near boards. Hayes ahead to Koloski. Chasing into the zone.
It's away.
Picked off. And Core Skills to send it around. Wicker there to send it back in. Kowalski into the near corner. Core Skills to take it around. Long pass to the blue line. Shot wide. Kicks out near point, but they'll hold the zone. And that shot gloved.
Wife's butts little.
Lotzer, Gilbert. I think that's Kimley on the far side back out. Shot gloved. Off the draw, Zhu working to the boards. Trying to force it ahead. Core Skills comes back up with it. They'll work down along the goal line. Shot kicked away. Clock about 20 seconds behind. They forgot to hit go again. Pass to the crease, broken up. Bowman got a little stick in the way. Kicks loose in front of Lotzer. Lotzer gets it. Works down on net. Pass across, looking for Gilbert. Just broken up. Couldn't quite get it on net. Core Skills up the glass and back to neutral ice. They'll pick it up at the center line. Zhu. Off the draw, knocked back into the Core Skills zone. Their D will pick it up, go across to the far corner. Trying to bang him into the boards. It'll bounce out of the zone. They'll get possession back. Knocked away by Martin. Clock's still not running. Now it goes. Sherman chases him all the way down behind the net, lays the body a little bit, knocks the puck loose. Martin feeds it up the boards. Sherrington tips it out of the zone. Win chasing. And Core Skills to get back behind their own net. Down around to the corner. Sherman takes him off the puck. It'll roll deep. Back to Wickard. Wickard feeds it back to the corner. Core Skills first one there. They'll dig it out. Come out in front of the net. Back down to the corner. Throw him behind the net. Knocking him off the puck again. It'll come out to the near boards. Core Skills there, working across the top of the zone. And they'll circle back behind. Back to the top of the zone, bounces over a stick. And Martin picks it up. Martin in. He's got a little space. Oh, just couldn't quite get much on that one. Core Skills will come back out with it. Pass out in front, knockdown. Picked up out of the zone by Koloski. Out in front of Marty. Marty working on it all the way down to the net. Shoot wide, gets his own rebound. Try to get it back to Koloski. He'll turn and fire. That one sticked away. Bounced off of Koloski's skate. They'll get back out with it. 2-on-1. Hayes chasing back to cut him off. That'll go. far boards. Marty will chase him back in. They'll go D to D. Near side back over the blue line. Pass through the neutral zone. Yep, he tried to knock it back out. They intercepted. Beauregard, nope, back into the middle. Backdoor pass, broke it up. And tied up in the corner. Beauregard will come up with the puck. Nope, taken back by Porter. And they'll send it on net. Tays pokes it out of the crease and up the glass. Tays out to the neutral zone. Those skills picked off by Koloski. He'll send it back to him. And Four Skills dancing through everybody. Kick save, comes out behind the net. Tied up in the goalie's leg pad. Off near down to the D zone. Dug out of traffic by Kimbley. Sends it ahead. Right to Gilbert. Gilbert battles it across the blue line, down through the middle, and three guys tied him up. Kimbley holds the line, dumps it back in. Gilbert down to the corner. He'll come up with it. Gilbert looking to pass it back out front. Kimbley swinging through, but can't quite find it on net. And knocked back out of the zone by Skills. Bowman trying to cut the pass off. Pass out in front, and goalie will cover. Back into the Core Skills zone. Kimbley chasing. Comes back out near boards. Core Skills holds the line. Zero down into the corner. Bowman trying to find it down low, and Lotzer in to help. Core Skills back to the point. Knocked away by Kimbley, and here comes Lotzer. Lotzer fires, bouncing puck out front. Gilbert comes up with it. And Core Springs going to get back out. Core Skills, geez. Lock in offsides. Martin Charrington and wing out front. Wickard back with Sherman. Draw. Back to Core. Pass through the middle. Tip, but they'll come up with it. Work down to the far corner. Narrow shot there off the leg pad, I think. Black still holding on to possession. Knocked loose by Sherman, banging around in traffic. Win, far corner. They'll get it back to the point. Hold the line, back down to the top of the circle. Looking in from there, shot, tipped high. It'll bounce back near side, stays in the zone. Now it's out of the zone. And looks like they'll run the clock and end the second. Black up 8 as we head to the third. Beauregard out to take the draw to open the third. Marty and Kowalski on the wing. Wickert back with Sherman. Skills past the far boards. Across to the middle. A weak shot through the crease wide of the net. Back out front, broken up. Marty passes out of the zone, just out of reach. Kowalski trying to bang it forward. And Black will come back up with it. Nice back to the point. They'll get it out of the zone. Hippen banging into the glass. Black will take it back in. Or shot. Kicked away. Wickert there to bounce it free. Marty kicks it out of the zone, and he'll go chase. Marty down on the puck, down to the corner, gets it back, and poke loose. Back to Wynn. Wynn trying to feed it back out front. Black missed the pass there, and Marty will pick it off, and he'll take off the races again. Marty up the far boards. Into the blue, pulls up in the corner. And Black will send it around behind the net.
Go, Will, go!
Black dancing through, shot, gloved away. Pass back out front, knocked down. And we'll get it out of the zone. Martin chasing him back into the far corner. We'll send it around behind their net. Sherrington there. Goals pass out in front, broken up. Another shot and a save, and the goalie will gather that and cover it up. 12:45 to go. The draw, knocked ahead by Lotzer. Don't quite make it out of the zone. And Black back in, little drop pass, shot and a goal. Lotzer to the center dot, Kimbley and Gilbert on the wings. Kimbley trying to knock it loose there. It'll come back to Taze. They'll go across to Hippen. Hippen looking up ice. Sends it in the near boards. Gilbert will chase it all the way down to the corner. Lotzer ties up. And Black comes back out with it. Little poke by Kimbley, but picked back up by Black. Pass up to neutral zone. They're in too wide. Long shot from the top of the zone. And the rebound will trickle in. Goalie got most of it off his leg pad, but it bounced up and trickled in. Beauregard, Kowalski, and Marty will come back on it forward. Hippen and Sherman on D. The draw. Sherman comes up to play it and dump back into Hippen. Wickert. Kowalski bounces off the boards back to himself. He'll get it out of the zone. Luck comes back out to neutral ice. And now they'll come in right up the middle. Poke loose by Sherman. Kowalski backhand out to open ice. And they'll throw it back in. Tag up, back to Sherman. Sherman near corner, bounces up the boards, and that's going to send it deep. And Black picks it up. They'll come through the neutral zone, right up the middle. In and off the far post. Under 10 to go. Martin back on with Wyndon Charrington. Wickert back with Sherman. Pass out front. Through traffic. Another little shot there and a glove save. Bounces behind. Sherman pokes it back around near corner. Black will pick it back up. Top of the near circle. Fires. Save down. Back to the top. Still hold the blue line. Over got a stick on that one, sends it wide. And Wynn trying to battle through the near corner. Send back in. Wickert behind the net. Send it back up near boards. Black at the point. Sends it back down. Martin banging in the corner. Pass across to the far circle. Shot, glove down, and covered up. Under 9 to go. Full change again. We'll go Lotzer, Gilbert, and Kimbley out front.
Sorry, sweetie, I thought it was mine.
And Jew back with Bowman. Lotzer to the far dot. Kicks it ahead, picked up by Jew. He'll chip boards and up the rail ahead to Gilbert. Here comes Gilbert, far side. Fires, wide. It's back out to the neutral zone. Bowman trying to send it across to Jew. They got a stick on it. They're in offsides again. Lotzer to the dot, far side of the neutral zone. They'll send it back to the black D. And they come across to the near side. In at the blue. Little drop pass there. Working out front. Blocker save goes into the far corner. Almost taking him off the puck in the corner. Blue meets him far corner, but they'll hold on to possession. Black top of the zone, whiffs on a pass, but they'll send it back across. Poked loose by Kimbley. And Lotzer big hit buried into the corner. Pass back across, wide open near point. They'll take a look. Shots wide, rolls to the far point. Thrown down low, knocked down by Lotzer. Black gets it back, kick save. Shu will come around behind the net to the near side. Pass ahead to Gilbert, tipped out of the zone. And Black's going to come right back in along the boards. Black working towards the middle. No shot, pass out in front, and that's wide open. That'll go. Six and a half left. Berger, Koloski, and Marty back out front. Tipping back with Taves. Berger off the draw, knocks it forward, picked up by Black. They'll skate up far boards and in. Tipping, pushed him into the corner. Taves in to help, puck squirts out. Black picks it back up, pass across. Berger trying to get it back out. Taves will send it clear. On to Koloski, Koloski chasing. Throws it back out to the neutral zone. Hang on to the puck, get it back in. Taves knocks it loose, but they get it right back. They'll work in, back door, and another one. 5.5 to go. Berger center dot. Knocks it ahead to the D. And they'll battle through over the blue line. Rode into the boards by Sherman. And loose puck. Marty picks it up. He'll circle behind the net. Bounces it up ahead out of the zone. Black gets it right back, and they'll send it into the near corner. Black behind the net. They'll circle around. Shot knocked down. Puck squirts loose out at the point. Thrown back ahead. That one will get over the line. And they'll hold on to the puck, have to tag up. Pass picked off by Koloski. Black will send it around the near boards. Black in with the near point. They'll pull up, work to the middle, shot, glove. Off, kicks back to the point. Martin trying to send it back out, knocked down, and should clear by Wynn. Chasing him back, they'll go D to D and up the far boards. Thrown into the zone. Sherman bounces glass, but they're there to pick it off.
She might be right around the corner.
Back in to break that one up with a swipe, and it kicks back out of the zone. Martin chasing back. Martin knocks it loose if he can get away. Goalie out front to play it. And Black's back in one on. Bowman knocks the puck away. Pass across the front. And shot broken up by Wynn. They had wide open back door. Wynn just knocked it up in the air and will ice it. Slow roller. They'll pick it up before it makes the goal line. Through three guys, puck comes loose. Black will get it back in the zone. Shot, blockered away. Kicks to the near corner. Under 3 to go. Kicked out of the zone by Wynn. Martin chasing him back. With a line change, and they'll set up. Black ahead to the near side. Bowman with a swat there. Will hang on to the puck. And Martin will pick it out of traffic. Martin up the near boards. Tries to do a hit, gets it out to neutral ice, and sends it deep. Lots are chasing. Lots is going to tie up down low. They'll dig the puck out. Gilbert takes it away. Gilbert looking for some space. He'll bounce it back down the corner. Back to Lotzer, near corner. Sends it back around. That's going to go all the way to Jew on the far side. Jew far point. Send one on net, bounces and glove.
I don't know, honey. Nearby, I'm sure.
Lotzer, Wynn, and Gilbert out front. Lotzer will take the face-off. Tipping back with Zoo. Or sorry, Kimbley, that's not Wynn. Kimbley on the far wing. Black back in. Zoo trying to push him to the corner. They'll circle all the way around, wrap around, try. I think it snuck in there. Brings us to a minute left in the game. Off the draw, Lotzer knocking it forward, and they'll tip it into the zone. Got lots of Kimbley and Gilbert still out. Gilbert take away against the boards. They'll push it towards the corner. Kimbley there to help. Rolls around to the point. Jew holds the line. And Hippen with a good takeaway. Back to Jew in the corner. Jew bounces the glass and doesn't make it out of the zone. Black working across the top. Weak shot on net, covered up. And I believe that will... we got 20 seconds. They might get one more face off.
How to shut the clock off?
Run time.
Oh, what?
Run time. Also, he doesn't know how to shut the clock off, but... And they won't even drop it. Oh, they will drop it. We'll be back at 9:30 tomorrow morning to play for third.